Hey there, all my Aries people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. Just a quick reminder, your monthly astrological forecasts for August are up, and if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can do that at my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your astrology and the weather for this week? Right at the start, on the 21st, we have our second full moon in Capricorn. We had another one in June, and this is landing in your 10th house of career, upward mobility, status, station, promotions, and raises. And this full moon is going to be opening up a big 2-week window period where a lot of you are going to be going through some important stage changes, wrapping up some big projects, big commitments, maybe even some stories as it relates to life on the job, with an opportunity for some big graduation moments in terms of not only the quality of the work, but even for some of you, some graduation in terms of your position or your status in your vocation. Also on the 21st and carrying on into the 23rd, however, we've got the Sun in Leo opposite Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And this is a not so happy aspect that we're all going to have to be dealing with here. And a lot of the times with this, we see issues coming up around control, invasiveness, dishonest, or even clinging behavior that could be starting up some drama. And for you, it's going to likely be somewhere involving your personal life, a social group, or a close contact, or somebody that doesn't belong as close as they are. On the 25th, we've got the Sun in Leo sextile to Mars in Gemini. And you're going to be getting a chance to score from some kind of big favor or big help from a friend or an ally in your network. Now, whether this is a personal network or a professional network, that remains to be seen. But this can indicate some kind of big boost coming out of nowhere, and likely a push for you to move something faster or get your head in a bigger game than maybe you felt ready to commit to just yet. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on for your tarot and the traffic. All right, Aries, time for that tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Devil upright. And so the Devil card is all about adversarial influences, rough attachments, bad attachments, binding influences, things that could be oppressing or blocking or keeping certain courses of our world maybe in the wrong lane, or preventing us from maybe moving forward out of a spot that maybe we have become over-enmeshed with. Now, this can come up in a lot of different corners of your world, but the good news is that with the Devil, we also see the reveals of a lot of problems, a lot of problem solvers, problem starters, but also get the problem solvers to be revealed as well. When the Devil shows up upright, you start to also see where the true issues really are, or how certain problems may have gotten started as well. So keep that in mind as we go through this week. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, and practical affairs, we've got the Nine of Swords reversed. And the Nine of Swords reversed is all about needing to get ready to face certain fears, certain anxieties, or certain concerns that are likely unfounded in order to progress, in order to go forward. This card can sometimes show up where bad talks, bad meetings, or uncomfortable discussions, uncomfortable situations get put on the table, and yet at the same time, they lead to some kind of big reward. Things that maybe we don't know about, as well as things that we could be putting off or avoiding out of anxiety or fear. Maybe it's time to face the music because it's actually good music. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. You might need to be ready to lay down the law in a situation where somebody in a space that you're associated with or somebody that you're connected to maybe trying to worm their way where they don't belong. The Knight of Cups reverse can sometimes show up where somebody is breaching boundaries. They are not respecting space, time, proportion, or even fairness. This can be a very selfish person. This could be a manipulative person, or even a very clingy and insecure person. But with the Knight of Cups reverse, they seem to be stirring up some trouble in a group or a space that you care about, and again, might be time to lay down the law. For your challenge this week, you've got the Seven of Wands upright, taking on all comers. When it comes to the Seven of Wands, this is the challenge of, look, you've got some stuff you've got to face that's going to be very uncomfortable. And yet at the same time, it's a card of conquest, it's a card of victory, it's a card of getting your way, believe it or not. But with the challenge here, sometimes the Seven of Wands is saying, hey, where are you being too passive? Where are you being too permissive? Where are you letting maybe other people, other crowds, peer pressure, or even your own anxieties kind of keep you in a space of being passive or placid? A lot of the times with the Seven of Wands, we do need to be tougher. Again, because like we saw with, say, the Nine of Swords reversed, there could be a good thing coming out of an uncomfortable encounter or conversation. Or maybe you need to be tougher to stop the Knight of Cups reversed from running amok. With the Seven of Wands, it's time to throw your weight around. And also be ready, because other people might be throwing their weight around for you. Don't get in their way. And finally, for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Ten of Swords reversed. And the Ten of Swords reversed is one of those cards that is way better reversed than it is upright. Because when this card shows up this way, we're seeing a lucky break coming out of an unlikely situation. Now, for a lot of you, the Ten of Swords reversed is a card of getting out of dodge, dodging a bullet or getting out of a space that is already rough, already bad. So a lot of you may find that maybe a relationship development or something going on with a partner or yourself is going to give everybody involved the chance to give some kind of pervasive trouble the slip. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, it's also likely that some good news could come out of an unlikely situation, or possibly even a chance to connect with somebody during an unlikely or maybe inconvenient time. It's like being, it's almost like out of nowhere, that kind of situation where it's like, I wasn't looking for this here, I wasn't in the mood, you weren't in the mood, but holy crap, because the Ten of Swords reversed can do that as well. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all my Taurus people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. And just a quick reminder, your monthly astrological forecasts for August are up, so if you haven't seen those yet, go give them a look over it when you're done with your business here. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, just go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. This week, at the very start, we've got a full moon in Capricorn on the 21st, opening up a big 2-week window period in your 9th house of travel, long-distance connections, and official matters, whether it's government or legal matters, big contracts, or even things relating to your spirituality in the world at large. Now, a full moon in this part of your chart is all about breaking barriers and bringing an end to maybe contained or stifled conditions. And you might find that the world is opening up to you over the course of this next 2 weeks. Long-distance connections are thriving, and this could be a great time for expanding your popularity and prominence. On the 21st, and also the 22nd and 23rd, we've got the Sun in Leo opposite Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And this is going to create some issues for everybody across the board, unfortunately. And for you, there is likely going to be some drama coming up around some kind of clawing, manipulative, invasive, or let's just say some shady activity that could be creating some issues on the home front, or possibly something relating to work or career. A lot of the times with the Sun opposite Pluto retrograde, we see people doing things not only that they should not, but acting out in places they don't belong. On the 25th, we've got the Sun in Leo sextile to Mars in Gemini, and there is likely going to be some kind of big boost or big push as it relates to your income or some kind of financial comfort or victory coming your way through the help of somebody that you do consider family. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Taurus, time to see what's going on with your tarot traffic. And for your big spiritual theme, your big focus of this week, you've got the Strength card reversed. And the Strength card reversed is a card that is kind of showing up to let you know a lot of things this week are going to be kind of taken to extremes. Good things, bad things, profitable things, and strenuous things all alike. Because with the Strength card reversed, there is sort of a sign that maybe there's a lot going on where proportion, pacing, or intensity is just not being put in proper order with a lot of affairs. Now, with this card, it's important to see also where you may need to catch some things that might be going a bit too hard in one direction, getting a bit lopsided, or maybe coming into a situation the wrong way, even if it's a good thing. But the good news is that that's going to come up for you to be able to assess and know what's going on. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Eight of Wands reversed. The Eight of Wands reversed is all about redirects. This is all about direction changes, and yes, sometimes plans, projects, or roads having to stop short. And on the surface, this can be a very disappointing card. But with the Eight of Wands reversed, this could also be a blessing in disguise, because sometimes this shows up in a situation where something should be stopped short or take a left turn, either A, to avoid a pitfall, or B, to score on something better, something superior. But there could be news of something that has been a work in progress going through this week with you, whether it's on the job or with a financial matter. Just remember that it's better that this happens than to proceed with what we're opening the week with. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the King of Cups upright. And this week you could be benefiting from somebody really doing you a solid as far as a big favor or the pulling off of a miracle is concerned. Because with the King of Cups, somebody really sticks their neck out for us. They really go out of their way to use their power, their resources, their clout, their connections to make something happen that could, make a wish come true. A lot of the times this could be a friend or an ally that you already know, but for some of you, this could be a new friend or a new ally that you're going to want to keep close. For your challenge this week, you've got the King of Swords reversed. And the King of Swords reversed is a warning about untruthful or incomplete truths running amok. This is the card of conversations, meetings, or exchanges that are not fully fleshed out for whatever reason, creating problems. Now, sometimes this is happening because information's getting left out. Sometimes this happens because people are being manipulative, right? Sometimes people can be dishonest without telling a full lie. Sometimes they just leave out a huge chunk of truths. Sometimes people lie, or they are dishonest not by telling a bold-faced lie, but by being super open and being super vague in the way they communicate. You got to be careful around people like this week, because you don't want to be led into any kind of traps or any kind of webs that might be getting woven. And finally, when it comes to relationships and love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed is saying this week there could be some issues coming up around a matter where some kind of priority or some kind of major asset or to-do is not being taken care of properly. A lot of the times with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, we might find ourselves in a place of frustration where issues around waste, negligence, or just sloppy work is starting to create a problem for us and ours. Now, this may be something that you and a partner have to face together. This could even be a person that is connected to the relationship, or a family member, an in-law, a friend, or one of our kids. But with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, we see a situation where a person is either not willing or not capable to actually get down to doing the work that they need to do. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, be careful. This could be a person that shows up this week. It's not going to be the only person who shows up this week, but this could be somebody that is trying their hardest to hold your attention or pull you into a relationship situation. Or this could be becoming attached to somebody that you could be connecting to. And you want to make sure that you are discerning, because we don't want to take on a Queen of Pentacles reversed as a package deal. And so just, see what other options are going to be out there. But this might be a prominent figure or a prominent face in the love world for the single Tauruses. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Gemini folk out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. And just a quick reminder for all y'all out there, your monthly astrology forecasts for August are up, so if you haven't seen those yet, when you're done with your business here, you might want to go check those out. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. This week, on the 21st, we have a full moon in Capricorn, the second one of this year. We had another one back in June. And this is going to be lighting up your 8th house of shared resources, shared money, shared responsibilities, as well as intimacy, debts, and even bonus income opportunities. And a full moon here is opening up a 2-week window period where a lot of you are getting a chance to make a clean break when it comes to some matter relating to a shared responsibility, or something going on with shared monies, debts, or maybe something going on in a partnership around material or financial concerns. And it is likely going to be closing up that story in a way that is kind of getting everybody involved off the hook for something they really don't want to be on the hook for anymore. And this can also be a very hot period for you Gemini people, as a full moon in the 8th gets people kind of wild. On the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, we've got the Sun in Leo opposite Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And this is going to be a rather tough couple of days, because when we have this kind of opposition, we get brought face to face with something that has been maybe clinging or digging into our world, our space, or our business where it does not belong. Or we could be finding out about something that already has been at work, likely something either going on with your personal network or something that could be happening on a more grander scale, maybe something involving work colleagues, or even possibly in-laws with that 9th house involved there. But what you want to keep in mind here is that while there might be some clashes with the clinging and the invasive, it's also time to, well, put an end to what's clashing. On the 25th, we've got the Sun in Leo, sextile to Mars in Gemini, and you're going to be in for a very big boost that is coming in through some kind of very strong gesture, link up, or hook up coming through a contract, association, friend, or collaborator. This could also spell really good news for a project or a pursuit that has been waiting in the wings for its turn to get started. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Gemini, let's have a look and see what's going on with that tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the 5 of Wands reversed. And so this is actually going to be a really good week for you because the Five of Wands reversed is all about ending conflict, ending turmoil, ending strife, ending discord in situations that have been prone to conflict or prone to chaos or prone to hyperactivity to their detriment. With the Five of Wands reversed, this could be a week where a lot of you are getting a chance to bring in some peace to tense or controversial corners of your world, or even see a lot of fights or ongoing conflicts also be ceased. So, really good card to start off the week with. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you do have the High Priestess in reverse. And the High Priestess reversed is a warning card about misinformation and possibly even manipulation. This could be a situation that gets put on the table either on the job, around a household or family matter or a financial matter, where you might realize that somebody is trying to get your goat, somebody is probably trying to maneuver or place you in a work situation or has already put you in a position where you don't want to be. Sometimes the High Priestess reversed is somebody that has a very clear and meticulous agenda. Sometimes this is just a person where they really don't have a brain of their own, but they're kind of running on a script that even they don't fully understand. But you want to make sure that you don't get bamboozled this week by anyone like that, either kind. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Four of Wands in reverse. Now, the Four of Wands reversed is very similar to the Five of Wands reversed, where it's actually still a good card. Because the Four of Wands reversed is all about setting up for something grand, setting up for something beautiful, setting up for something that's going to be a lot of fun, very rewarding. We just aren't really at the celebration point yet. When I'm teaching tarot to people, I always describe this as the period of like setting up before the party or the graduation or the wedding or the vacation or whatever. And so that's kind of what's going on with a friend or a group or a few contacts that you have. But it's really good news because something is getting built up to be enjoyed, a big milestone getting ready to be crossed later, or just some kind of very happy times finally coming together as well. For your challenge this week, you've got the Page of Pentacles upright. Getting down to business. Actions, not words. Working, not waiting. With the Page of Pentacles, this is actually a really good challenge to have, by the way, because this is talking about you needing to put your money where your mouth is, your actions where your mouth is, and make sure that other people are doing that as well. When we have the Page of Pentacles as a challenge, we get often pushed to start doing things that we have been putting off, as well as also maybe starting to ask other people to demonstrate or prove things to us, because what ends up happening with the Page of Pentacles is that we actually go through a lot of wins, we go through a lot of victories, but you may also find that another challenge you could have is that things that maybe you've been waiting on starting or things that you've been taking your time with are going to be asking for you to get down to business now for your own good. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Knight of Swords reversed. And this week there could be a fight. There could be a conflict or something getting stirred up in love. This may not be between you and your partner, but it could be. The Knight of Swords reversed is the card of conflict due to a highly sensitive, erratic, or impulsive person or high energy situation getting out of control. Now, this could be something that you and a partner have to have a sit down about. Maybe this is a plan of action, a course of action that we've been taking as a couple, as a family. Could be something going on a partner's end of things, or it could be around somebody that is connected to our family. But with the Knight of Swords reversed, there is likely going to be a fight or an argument over it. And we have to make sure that, again, kind of like we saw with that Page of Pentacles, it's time to start making things solid and not serving that which makes the intensity and the fightiness tick. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, this week there could be somebody that you find very attractive, but definitely has that kind of erratic temper to them. You want to be careful. Hopefully it's just a mood. A lot of the times with the Knight of Swords reversed, it could just be a mood, but we want to tread lightly. This could also indicate an argument or a fight with somebody new, or about a situation surrounding somebody new. And again, we need to be smart about how we handle it. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Cancerian people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, your monthly astrology forecasts for August are up. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. On the 21st, we have our full moon in Capricorn, which is the second one we will have had this year. The other one we had back in June. And this is your 7th house of closest connections, partnerships, alliances, any close one-on-one relationship or joint venture going on in your life. And over the course of the 2 weeks following the 21st, we see a lot of big graduation, transition, and stage change moments going on with joint ventures and close partnerships. This is a great time for graduating status or changing stages or even relationship roads, and a lot of you could be wrapping up some old stories or projects or pursuits with partners in order to get on with new adventures. On the 21st, 2nd, and 3rd, we've got the Sun opposing Pluto, retrograde in Aquarius. And this is going to be bringing up some issues around invasive, cloying, maybe even dishonest or manipulative behavior that could be surrounding a professional or financial matter. This is not an easy aspect to go through, and there could be some clashes around control issues and clingy people as well, so be ready for it. On the 25th, we've got the Sun in Leo, sextile to Mars in Gemini, and you could, however, in spite of everything we just talked about, also find that life with money and life at the office could be quite sweet as we wrap up the week, because some kind of secret favor or special gift or hidden actions on the parts of others that do like you and are there for you might be giving you a big boost in terms of your professional profile or your finances. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful, and let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Cancer, time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your tarot traffic. And this week, your big spiritual theme, your big focus is the World card reversed, which is a card that's all about do-over opportunities, try-agains, and restarts, and in ways that could actually be very, very profitable, very, very advantageous, and very sweet on you. Whenever this card shows up here, you're going to be getting a chance to try certain things out again, almost like retake moments, revisit moments for better outcomes. Now, this could show up in a lot of different ways, but a lot of the times with the World card reversed, it's giving us second chances with things in new forms. So this could be work-related, career-related, social life-related, personal life-related. But we have to remember that things are not all going to be the same way as they once were. It could be with different people. It could be with different places, different resources. But the World card reversed is all about second chances and opportune ones at that. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Fool reversed. And the Fool card reversed is all about new beginnings that are overdue to start. And this is a week where a lot of you could be finding that good opportunities to maybe make a jump in your career or to change lanes, change roads, change paths, or maybe even get a fresh start with a financial or family matter are going to be put on the table. But it seems almost like there is something that is trying to block a fresh start or a new beginning from happening. Could be other people, could be you. But you want to make sure that that doesn't happen because the Fool card reversed, what I'm getting here from this card, because it has a lot of different meanings, but what is screaming out here is getting ready to finally embark, to move on from things that maybe you have stayed with, tinkered with, or held on too much. Let new beginnings, new openings, new roads take you better places. And so, when it comes to that, be careful about hesitance, be careful about trying to stick to the wrong guns or hold on to the wrong things. Well, at least we know what they are. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Eight of Cups reversed. And so the Eight of Cups reversed is all about reunions, reconnects, revisits, and return journeys. A lot of you may find that you are getting a chance to reconnect or retie a thread with an important friend or ally or contact that could be either coming back into your life or returning after a period of absence. And this could also indicate for some of you something getting reconnected or reintroduced into your life that hasn't been a part of your world for a while. I feel like this is going to be a very welcome thing because it is kind of, everything here is kind of falling in line with what we saw with the World card reversed. And so definitely give yourself a chance to look it over. For your challenge this week, you've got the Two of Swords reversed. Again, sticking to the wrong guns, holding on to the wrong, ideas, or trying to hang on to roots that are maybe planted in the wrong places. The Two of Swords reversed is a card of commitment. It is a card of important decision making. It's a card of order and organization. But when it shows up as a challenge, we have to see where we might be trying to beat a dead horse, where we might be actually doing more harm to ourselves or things that we care about by staying put or, again, sticking to the wrong guns. Loosen up a little bit, open your mind, right? Good people coming back into your life, good opportunities opening up that may make you feel a bit shaky. Don't stand still. Don't freeze, and don't stay frozen. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you got the Six of Swords reversed and the other return journey card. And with the Six of Swords reversed, there is going to be an opportunity for a lot of you to reconnect with elements of your love life that maybe have been, again, sorely missed as it relates to your partnership, right? Maybe old activities, old love languages, old dreams and aspirations that we may have had for ourselves or for our partner or for the family as a whole. With the Six of Swords reversed, we get a chance to take a new road to an old desire. This can also, however, indicate certain plans around maybe travel or even plans for the rest of the year, or even bigger plans might be going through a bit of a rerouting during this week. But with the Six of Swords reversed, it's more often than not a good thing. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, you might be connecting with folks who do, in a sense, bring you back to a past self or reconnect you with elements of your own past. Now, for some of these, for some of you Cancerian people out there, this could be people that you know, or if it's not people that you know, there may be still kind of a nostalgic reference going on here, right? There's something reminiscent of past connections, past loves, or past wishes, and it's definitely encouraged to see what's going on. So that's what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Leo people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. Quick reminder, your monthly astrological forecasts for August are also up, so when you're wrapping up business here, might want to head on over to that video. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So this week, on the 21st, we have a full moon in Capricorn, the second full moon in Capricorn of this year. The last one we had back in June. And this is falling in your 6th house of work, reputation, lifestyle, and schedule. Basically how you organize your world. And you may find that over the course of this next 2 weeks, some important transitions and transformations could be going on with the role or the position you hold in the workplace, or maybe with a community that you serve or are committed to or hold a position in. This full moon is going to be opening doors to take different roads to new prosperity or maybe even new success as it relates to your position in your community or your job. But this is likely also going to make a topsy-turvy period for you, as well as work processes, work environments, and community environments will be in flux. On the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, we also have the Sun in your sign opposite Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And so there is likely going to be something coming up on and around these days where clingy, invasive, or possibly dishonest or manipulative behavior could be creating problems for a partnership. Now, the 7th house, which is where Pluto retrograde is, governs all kinds of close one-on-one connections. Yes, this can involve romantic partnerships, but it also involves best friendships, business alliances, business partnerships, or any kind of joint venture. And you want to make sure that you are ready to take on the situation and end whatever is the cloying, clinging, manipulative, invasive matter or influence. On the 25th, we've got the Sun in Leo sextile to Mars in Gemini. And you are going to likely wrap up this week with a considerable boost to your social standing, especially when it comes to being able to evolve a friendship or an association that could be a lot closer in your life, and likely something that is going to be putting you and your friend on a new journey together, a new adventure together, and something where likely you'll both be prospering. So that is what I've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Leo, let's have a look and see what's going on with that tarot traffic. And for your spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the 6 of Cups upright. And so the 6 of Cups is a card of cycles. It is also a card of the past. And it can be a card of returns and revisits. We've got 3 big ones in the tarot deck, sometimes 4 when it comes to this kind of message. But the 6 of Cups is all about pleasantries. It's all about getting a chance to reunify, reconnect, or even reclaim things from the past that were once yours in a very sweet way. Now, this is going to be a week that's chocked full of these kinds of experiences, whether it's friends, whether it's opportunities, old money, it doesn't matter. But you want to make sure that with the 6 of Cups here, you understand that this is also helping you get back on maybe some roads that you would do well to still be on. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Empress reversed. The Empress card reversed is indicating that this week you might have to tango with a situation where a person or a plan or an arrangement is its own worst enemy. The Empress card reversed is the card of problems coming from within the circle itself, within the office itself, within the plan itself. And there could be an issue that comes up around either a person, a family member, coworker, client, or boss that really is actually the villain of their own story, whether they know it or not. Or this could be something around a plan or an arrangement that has a flaw in it that is starting to cause some problems that ripple out. With the Empress reversed, we do need to be ready to be more strict with the way we handle this situation. If we've been too permissive, too loosey-goosey, or maybe a little bit too compassionate, it's not going to serve us very well today or this week. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Queen of Cups reversed. And the Queen of Cups reversed is the card of drains. This is usually a situation that is creating problems for you or maybe creating problems for others because of somebody that is trying to manipulate or drain or control a situation from the bottom. And that can happen sometimes, right? It's not always the big, haughty, egotistical person that is actually the issue. Sometimes we get the frail career victim, operating from a meek, timid place, trying to stir some issues or maybe tangle up some cords. And there could be drama started with you or with somebody that you care about because of somebody like this. Again, with the Queen of Cups reversed, we do see this sort of pseudo-frailty, this meekness, this wounded brattiness that needs to be, well, checked. For your challenge this week, you've got the Queen of Swords upright. And the Queen of Swords is all about brutal honesty, solutions, and focusing on the highest interest of all concerned. And if this is a challenge coming up for you, this might be calling upon you to be not only more honest and more straightforward, but also to be tougher in situations where you've been handling others with kid gloves, where you've been, being too soft serve, not being straightforward enough, not being as articulate as you need to be. Maybe you've been kind of choosy or too choosy with your words or whatever. The Queen of Swords is saying, toughen up. And also, for some of you, this challenge may not even be for you. This could be another person. This could be somebody who actually is doing the right thing, but they are somebody who's probably going about it in a way that is tougher or more hardcore than you would like. And your challenge is, let them do their thing. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Two of Wands upright. Now, the Two of Wands is a commitment card. It is a card that is all about setting solid plans, as well as also getting the ball rolling with something that maybe we have been wishing to bring together or get down to business with, but have not had the time, the space, or the know-how. And with the Two of Wands, this could be really good news for a lot of you, especially in relationship situations where you and a partner have been maybe twiddling your thumbs, or we would like to connect or bond over some kind of joint goal or joint venture. That's very important, right? Having joint journeys and productivity is crucial for relationships to share in and bond over. And the Two of Wands is saying, like, it's all just coming together this week in a beautiful way. There may also be an opportunity to have something grow bigger than we wanted it to or thought it could in a way that pleasantly surprises us. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, we've got this card showing, yes, an opportunity for a really good connection to get made, because the Two of Wands is all about meeting over our passions, meeting over things that really kind of rev our engines. And there could also be the establishing or the making more firm, making more real an existing chemistry or a strong new chemistry that all parties involved are going to want to, again, be more serious about exploring. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Virgo people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't seen them yet, your monthly astrology forecasts for August are up, so you might want to check those out when you finish up your business here. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. On the 21st, we've got a full moon in Capricorn, the second full moon in Capricorn we've had this year. And this is occurring in your fifth house of love, romance, and parenthood, but also creativity and personal enterprises. And a full moon here is going to be opening up a 2-week window period for some important culminations, completions, and even stage changes as far as a lot of relationship roads, or maybe the road of a personal enterprise or creative project is concerned. Full moons often indicate the end of one chapter and the turning of a page, and so this could create some very important graduation moments in your love life, or possibly even move a relationship with one of your kids into a new function or bring in some kind of new dynamic. But we will also be closing up a lot of old business and old normals along the way. On the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, we've got the Sun in Leo opposite Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And this is not a fun aspect to have. We're all going to be going through it somewhere. And there could be some issues coming up on or around these days where clinging, manipulative, invasive, or cloying behavior could be creating problems either on the work front, with your reputation, or something as it relates to a private project or a matter of the past. What you need to be careful of here is to make sure that you are not letting this kind of thing take over or get overly involved in your life, and you make sure that you also be ready to take on the clinging, invasive, manipulative source of it all. On the 25th, we've got the Sun in Leo, sextile to Mars in Gemini. And a lot of you are going to be gaining from some kind of likely secret or hidden move getting made by somebody who really likes you as it relates to your career. This could indicate some kind of big boost coming out of nowhere, or perhaps somebody putting in a good word, referral, or maybe even putting some of their power behind you. But whatever is going on as we close up this week and go into the next, you're in for a very pleasant career surprise. So that's what I've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Virgo, let's have a look and see what's going on with that tarot traffic. All right, and so for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Five of Swords reversed. And the Five of Swords reversed is a really good reversed card because this is a card of repairs. This is a card of fixing things that have been broken for a long time, and also remediating hurts or damages or losses that you may have incurred over recent or less recent history. This is one of the cards that talks about ending conflict, bringing about truces, and also helping to smooth situations that have been messed up for a while. And you're going to see a lot of opportunities over the course of this week to make that so in all different corners of your world. Just also remember, even if you're smoothing things over, you're making truces, if you don't want to kiss and make up with everybody, you don't have to. It's just that the point of this card is to make sure that everyone is set up for a better life by doing a lot of these repairs and not letting fights and hostilities and things just go on in perpetuity. Think bigger picture. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Justice card reversed. This week, watch out. This is going to be a week where it's possible, if you're not careful, you could get roped into something that you might feel or even come to understand could be putting you in a bad place, morally, professionally, financially, ethically, and you don't want to get roped into it. A lot of the times the Justice card reverse can show up where there's bad contracts, bad alliances, untrustworthy people, or maybe for some of you even the reveal where something like that has been going on behind the scenes. Be careful not to become an empowerment tool or an enabling tool to anyone that might be trying to make those kinds of things happen. And if you do get a chance to get out of any kind of contracts or commitments where you have already been roped into something like that, you take them. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Eight of Pentacles upright. And this is a beautiful card for community because this is all about creating stronger, more lasting relationships with friends, with family, and even partners through more activities that are bonding us together, especially ones that are productive, things that are getting us down to work, whether it is literally work-related or this is just around passion projects, group activities. This is a time where we are upgrading, updating, and leveling up a lot of our most important connections. This can also indicate for a lot of you some very special hookups possibly coming your way on the material or financial front through some of your network, some of your pool. For your challenge this week, you've got the Temperance card reversed. The Temperance card reversed is a warning card about things going out of balance or things trying to happen or being forced to happen either the wrong way, at the wrong pace, or maybe through incompatible methods. This is a card that you do want to take care with, especially around things like your health or any kind of sensitive conversations or topics are concerned, because sometimes it's possible to go overboard when this card happens to show up. So you've got to be in charge of yourself, take responsibility for that, but also be careful of other people trying to force issues, force agendas, or force outcomes to the point where it could actually create more problems than good. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Five of Pentacles upright. And for those of you who know tarot, you might be wondering, why do I have a smirk on my face talking about the Five of Pentacles? You know, it's quintessentially one of the worst cards you can get in financial and material concerns. But in love, it's very different. In fact, in love, it's actually one of the best cards to get in love, because this is all about a very deep, very profound, intimate connection getting a chance to be realized. Now, for a lot of you who are coupled or are married, this could be a very strong moment for your relationship coming up here, where there is that sort of soul-to-soul connection. With the Five of Pentacles, we are being laid bare before each other, right? All of the armor, all of the fakery, all of the stuff, all of the pretenses that we kind of keep up to get through the day and feel like we are protected is coming down. And with the Five of Pentacles, there's a chance to really have an unimpeded moment of true intimacy that could, again, redefine a lot of relationship roads. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, you could have a very similar experience with somebody new or somebody recent as well. Just keep in mind with the Five of Pentacles, again, no masks, no makeup, no special hair gel. This is about a real raw connection between people finally showing who they truly are. Again, very intimate, very vulnerable. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Libra people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't seen them yet, your monthly astrological forecasts for August are up. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, just go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. On the 21st, we've got a full moon in Capricorn, which is your fourth house of home, family, living situation, and household economy. And this is the second full moon that we've had in this part of your chart. The other one we had back in June. And starting on the 21st and for the following 2 weeks, a lot of you may be going through some major turnover moments as it relates to household business. You could be wrapping up a lot of family projects. This is a great time for anybody looking to get ready to complete or embark on some kind of household renovation, environmental transition, or move. And you may also find that this is going to be a week where, a 2-week period where there could be some tension, but some good breakthroughs in clearing up some old family business. On the 21st, 2nd, and 3rd, we've got the Sun in Leo opposite Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And we're all going to be going through this tough aspect in some way, shape, or form. But for you, there could be some serious clashes that come up as it relates to your personal life with some clinging, manipulative, or even invasive influences starting to stir up some trouble as it relates to a matter around a friend, a partner, or one of your kids, or possibly even a group. So be ready to throw down. On the 25th, we've got the Sun in Leo, sextile to Mars in Gemini. And this is all about some kind of special golden ticket kind of happening for you. There is likely going to be some big win coming your way because of the deeds of a friend, a member of your social circle, or maybe even a long distance connection that is helping you to open up a door that was once locked to you as it relates to travel or a big business plan or something that could help you through maybe getting out of a box or a bubble that you've been trapped in somewhere in your life. So that is what I've got for you all as far as your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Libra, let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot traffic. So your big spiritual theme, your big focus this week is the King of Pentacles reversed. And this week is going to be pretty trying on the work, labor, and just overall chore and productivity front. But it's also going to come with a lot of rewards, a lot of wins, a lot of profits, and a lot of cash-ins and cash-outs. But you want to be careful with this card because we do want to make sure that we're also keeping a balance. It can be very, very tempting to throw all you have at, things that seem to be winning tickets, things that seem to be paying off, paying out in terms of your efforts, your work, your money. But you don't want things to go into a place where other areas of your life suffers. That's where we have the challenge of the King of Pentacles reversed. You may also find yourself in a lot of situations where controlling, domineering people may be attempting to either muscle, coerce, or bribe you even to doing things that would put certain parts of your life in a compromised position with the promise of certain kinds of rewards. Be careful about that, but also make sure that the good stuff to be cashed in on can still be yours to enjoy, all right? So tread carefully this week. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Magician card reversed, no surprise. The Magician reversed is indicating this week you're probably going to find yourself in a situation where you have to confront a person that is misrepresenting what they're all about, what they've got going on, or what they're trying to do. A lot of the times with the Magician, we see somebody that is either abusing power, abusing trust, or abusing position. Sometimes they're doing it from a place of trying to orchestrate, puppet master something, or they're coming from the other side and they are a fraud. They don't have the talents, the abilities, the skills, or the know-how that they claim. But with the Magician reversed, you are probably going to go toe-to-toe with a person in this kind of situation or a situation they brought up. So make sure that you are not letting yourself get duped either way, whether it's by the evil genius or the fraud who knows how to fake it. Don't want either of those. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Tower upright. The Tower card upright can indicate a major drastic ending or transition going on with somebody that you know, or maybe even a space or a group or a community that you're a part of. The Tower is all about a life direction or environment changing event. And I feel like this is something that is going to affect more than one person. This could have to do with a team, a group, or a household that you are close to. A lot of the times with the Tower card upright, this transition is bringing an era to an end. Now, this could be something that has been up in the air for a while, or this could be something that is coming out of nowhere and newly being revealed. Whatever happens with the Tower card upright, we have to be ready to adjust. We cannot stay in the past. We cannot just stay perfectly still. Be ready to help people, to open up, to be supportive to people, but this is some big news. For your challenge this week, you've got the Page of Wands upright, keeping your energy up, obviously. The Page of Wands is all about enthusiasm. It's all about high activity, initiations, adventure, growth, stimulation. And, in spite of everything we've talked about so far, the Page of Wands is indicating this week could be quite momentous for you and have a lot of victories. But if you let yourself maybe get down in the dumps, if you let yourself take too many breaks, too many mental health days, or too many checkout moments, you might be squandering it. So with the Page of Wands, be ready. There's going to be a call to action for a lot of different corners of your world. You want to have that energy for. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Wheel of Fortune upright. happy accidents, happy surprises, and unexpected good news seemingly popping up just out of circumstance itself. That is the thing about the Wheel of Fortune upright. It's not really something that we're doing. It's really something that is sort of coming out of a lot of different situations at once. With the Wheel of Fortune, a lot of you could be finding that a romantic relationship is going through a powerful change because of some stroke of good luck, either coming to you or to your partner. This could be something that is helping us to bring more comfort, more luxury, or even just more peace and more playtime into the relationship, or something that is turning a bad situation on its head for the good. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, it's possible you could be meeting somebody out of nowhere by accident or in a situation where you're not really looking. The Wheel of Fortune is all about happy chances. This could be happening online, this could be happening offline, this could be happening in groups or through occasions. But with the Wheel of Fortune, it is, again, it's almost like something showing up when you're least expecting it or something where you're not looking. And so, again, happy accidents occur. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Scorpio people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. And just a quick reminder for each and all of you out there, your monthly astrological forecasts for August are up. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, just go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. On the 21st, we've got a full moon in Capricorn, which is your third house of communications, contracts, your network, and even collaborations. And this is the second full moon in this part of your chart that we've had this year. The other one we had back in June. Over the course of the 2 weeks following the 21st, a lot of you are getting a chance to graduate out of or even cut a lot of cords, contracts, obligations, or entanglements that have been keeping you attached to certain situations, people, or obligations that you are no longer taken care of by, or maybe have always been a chronic problem for you. This could also indicate a big graduation moment for projects that are due for a bit of an evolution, or perhaps a special collaboration or alliance that you have is getting ready to level up as well. On the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, we've got the Sun in Leo opposite Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And so these days are going to be fraught with some serious frustrations for all of us. But for you, there is likely going to be an issue coming up where a very invasive, manipulative, clinging influence or person could be breaching a boundary or attempting to breach a boundary or infest an issue or a space, either in your career or in your home life. And it's going to be up to you to make sure that we cut that shit off. On the 25th, we've got the Sun in Leo, sextile to Mars in Gemini. And this is indicating a big career boost for you that could also promise some kind of unexpected win in terms of money outside of the way that you normally make your money. This could be a bonus one-time thing, or this could be some kind of stack in the form of supplemental income or an extra stream of income for a little while that may actually, again, be unexpected, but quite welcome. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful as far as the astrology and the weather is concerned. Let's go on and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Scorpio, let's have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your tarot traffic. For your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Four of Pentacles upright. Now, the Four of Pentacles, in spite of the look on the card here, is actually a really good card in this position because this is talking about coming into your own way or your own good fortune. When we get this card, this can often show us moving up in the world, but we are going to need to be ready to pay attention to where these are our wins our, good fortune, and things that we need to be more careful about protecting, as well as, maintaining good boundaries around. With the Four of Pentacles, you could be finding that, yes, there is also a very strong protective feel going on around you this week. A lot of things that could have, or maybe already have, been creating drama, instability, problems, or blocks in your life are kind of getting walled out by circumstance, walled out by alterations going on in your environment. And you want to make sure that you allow these things to do their work. But sometimes it can be tough because you don't know who or what is getting walled out, but you might know why, you might not know why. Yet. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Two of Cups reversed. Now, this card is all about a conflict of interest. This can indicate issues going on in professional relationships or maybe agreements, contracts, or commitments where there seems to be a bit of a tug of war going on. A lot of the times this card can show up where an alliance or maybe an agreement or a contract is at odds with itself, or members in whatever these agreements are at odds with themselves. This could be a situation where we can't agree on how to go forward, or we could even be undermining each other or getting involved in power struggles. And the best way to deal with this card and these situations when they show up is get to the bottom of where everyone is disagreeing on what to do next, whether this is with a work project, a financial project, or even a family plan or a family or household arrangement. Because the Two of Cups reverse says people are not seeing eye to eye, and they may actually be trying to undermine or undercut each other. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Ace of Pentacles upright. Ace of Pentacles is beautiful because this is all about strong new friendships or strong new friendship roads opening up with people that you already know. The Ace of Pentacles I often refer to as a card that is the gift that keeps on giving, something that is making things all the more harmonious, and possibly for some of you even bringing in some kind of new prosperity or passion project or some kind of play into your world, or something that is going to be an asset in your everyday life. But with the Ace of Pentacles, like I said, it's something that I think will be a gift that keeps on giving, but it might not be fully ready to embark upon. This is one of those types of situations where something golden needs some time to cook and develop too. For your challenge this week, you've got the King of Wands upright. And so the King of Wands is actually a really good card. This is all about promotion, getting taken care of, receiving hookups, people taking the initiative and helping us out and livening up the place, as well as also helping things in our life that have maybe slowed down, struggled, or even froze to get moving again, to get active, to get kinetic. And so when this card shows up as a challenge, you might find that there are people stepping forward to help you to grow things or to get things moving that you're not ready to grow, that you're not ready to get moving with, that you're not ready to promote. Get the hell out of their way and let them do something good for you. It might require you to make some changes to your routine or to your comfort zone. It might require you to, keep up a new pace, work faster, think faster, learn some new things. But for the love of God, with the King of Wands, let yourself be taken care of. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Eight of Swords reversed. And the Eight of Swords reversed is all about release. It's actually a really good reversed card. Upright, it's horrible. Reversed, it's beautiful. When we have the Eight of Swords, this is all about getting a chance to be set free from some kind of binding, restrictive, clinging, or invasive influence that has been creating a lot of paralysis or a lot of problems in our life. Now, this could be that you and a partner are getting a chance to finally cut cords with something that has followed you into the present. This could be also the release of or the rejection of something that has been trying to maybe impose itself into your world, whether this is something coming from your side, your partner's side, or maybe another household or a work or career matter. But with the Eight of Swords reversed, release is there. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, you might be connecting with somebody who is going through this kind of situation. Now, a lot of you could also find that you're being released from a lot of clinging, attaching, or invasive people or situations that maybe are trying to follow you from the past. But we're also seeing that new people coming in, and you are getting a chance to kind of go on a bit of an adventure with a clean slate kind of chemistry. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Sagittarius people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. And just a quick reminder for each and all of you out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or follow the links in the down bar below. And when you've wrapped up business here, remember your monthly astrology forecast for August is also up. So, what's happening with your astro weather this week? Well, on the 21st, we have a full moon in Capricorn, which is actually the second full moon in Capricorn we've had this year. The other one we had last month in June. And this is falling in your second house of income, employment, and security. Now, a full moon here is going to be opening up a 2-week window period for some kind of stage change or transition on the job front that could be helping you to wrap up some kind of position, space, or routine that you've held here that it's time to evolve away from. Now, a lot of you may find that this is also going to be closing up a lot of projects, responsibilities, and obligations, or even expenses. And some of you are going to find that this is going to give you a chance to jump from a role that you've occupied into something else far superior. On the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, however, we also have the Sun in Leo, opposite Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And this is a rather ugly transit. This is all about having to come face to face with a very clinging, cloying, manipulative, or invasive influence that could be stirring up trouble or has been stirring up trouble for a while. And for you, this is likely going to show up in some kind of big contract, long distance connection, or even something that could tie you back to your network or a group or a social connection or professional connection, present or past. And you're going to want to see what you can do to, of course, not only put an end to this BS, but maybe suss out who or what is responsible. On the 25th, we've got the Sun in Leo forming a sextile to Mars in Gemini. And this is actually a very sweet transit that not only closes up this week, but even carries on into next week, where there is going to be an opportunity for you to take a partnership to new horizons, whether this is a romantic partnership, a business partnership, or a close friendship. This is all about getting a chance to step out of your element together and find a new way to enjoy maybe your romantic relationship or prosper in a business pursuit, because this new element is also getting us to think in more creative and inspired ways and bring, of course, a touch of the adventurous and exotic, to our union. And so whatever's going on here, really, really cool stuff. So that is what I've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Sagittarius, let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. So for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Nine of Wands reversed. And so this week is all about doors getting opened, walls coming down, and things that were once maybe locked or kept behind barriers being made available to you. With the Nine of Wands reversed, this can be, however, a dual message for some of you, because while we have doors, walls, barriers, and barricades coming down, which is good, we also see a lot of vulnerability and maybe openness to the elements happening this week as well. So you're going to have to find the balance in making sure that you're not too open, vulnerable to goodness knows what happens, but also ready to capitalize on locked doors that can now be opened. And this is going to show up in all kinds of different corners of your world. This can be beautiful, especially in situations where maybe you feel like life has been stopped up, or there has been a lot of things waiting and not moving forward. There could be better ways, there could be better doors, there could be better opportunities making themselves known. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, and practical affairs, we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. And the Ace of Cups reversed is indicating there may be something that shows up this week that you're going to want to make sure you do not let yourself get committed to. A lot of the times the Ace of Cups reversed can indicate a broken promise. This can indicate depression. This can indicate a drain. This can indicate something that is going to take more than it gives. This could be an offer. This could be a proposition, this could be a suggestion, or maybe even somebody trying to get you to do something that's going to actually take more than it will ever repay you. This could be something that maybe does look good on the outside, but it's actually quite ugly on the inside. Keep this in mind when you're going over any kind of work changes, household changes, house hunting, or financial arrangements. And pay attention to where better doors are opening elsewhere when it comes to options getting put on the table. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Star reversed. Now, the Star reversed is still a very good card because this is a card that indicates some kind of new light, new green light, or light at the end of the tunnel is turning on. And it looks like there could be something going on with a friend, a relative, or a close contact that is opening up an opportunity for you to set a new goal or a new direction, or even restore something that was once lost or detached from you in the past. The thing about the Star card reversed is we see good fortune, but it's in the very, very early kind of planning stages right now. It's not something that we can just immediately make a beeline for, but we want to start making room for. And this could be something that starts very small, but again, will evolve into something very big over the coming months if you nurture it. For your challenge this week, you've got the Page of Swords upright, asking the tough questions, hearing the tough answers. The Page of Swords is all about communication, but it is also about investigation, discovery, and even exploration. When this card shows up as a challenge, there may be a lot of interviews, a lot of meetings, a lot of frank discussions going on with all kinds of different people. But the challenge here is making sure that you are investigating and not just taking things at face value. Don't just look for the things that feel good or affirming or, God forbid, validating. Really want to look beyond the surface with what you're dealing with here, because the Page of Swords can indicate shortcuts, roundabouts, and hidden opportunities to be found if we investigate, but also problems that we don't want to take on when we investigate as well. And you want to make sure that you're not afraid to investigate. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Ace of Swords upright. Ace of Swords is another road opener card. I often refer to this as the green light card. And for a lot of you who are coupled or are married, this is a sign that something that you have been maybe having a hard time finding direction with is now ready to get the show on the road. The Ace of Swords can indicate some kind of fresh start or new beginning, especially when it comes to something that you and a partner have been looking for the key to, or looking for the way to, start the ignition with. A lot of you may find that a partner is also going through kind of a big win or a bit of a renaissance this week that is allowing them to participate in the relationship in a new way. This is also a great card for something getting the all clear. If you've been waiting for something to get the all clear, the go ahead, or the now moment, news, this is going to be good for anything that you've been having waiting up in the air for a response. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, the Ace of Swords upright indicates, yes, there is likely going to be a new opportunity to connect with somebody, but it's going to be more on an intellectual level. It's the intellectual rapport that's going to really do this. The Ace of Swords can indicate a very special conversation, very bonding conversations, really going out there with more of the mental connection. This could be nerdiness, this could be, deep philosophical thoughts, but what's happening here is that we are bonding over our smarts, which is going to make for a really cool chemistry too. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all my Capricorn people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. And just a quick reminder for you, your monthly astrology forecasts for August are up, so when you're wrapping up business here, you might want to head on over there. Unless it's information overload, then maybe come back tomorrow. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So let's talk about your astro weather for this week. On the 21st, we've got a full moon in your sign that is going to be the second full moon in your sign we've had this year. The other one we had back in June. And this full moon is going to be presenting a lot of opportunities for you to close up business as it relates to maybe something that has been blocking or forcing you to put off a personal pursuit, personal passion, or personal goal. A full moon in our sign is something that we get a chance to take some level of control with over the course of the 2 weeks following it. So think the 2 weeks following the 21st. And a lot of you are going to be getting a chance to start breaking out of certain trapping influences that once had maybe resisted you getting out of them before. And so that's going to be a really good boon to have for you all. Also on the 21st, but also the 22nd and 23rd, however, we've got the Sun in Leo, opposite Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And unfortunately, this is a really ugly aspect that we're all going to have to contend with in some way, shape, or form. And for you, it's likely that there could be something coming up around some manipulative, invasive, or controlling influence that is creating problems either on the job at the office or around a present or past financial arrangement or matter. Sun opposite Pluto retrograde tends to expose invasive or cloying or manipulative people, or even things that were maybe built out of cloying or manipulative situations or manipulated situations. So be ready to take that situation on. On the 25th, we've got the Sun in Leo, sextile to Mars in Gemini, and this is going to be giving you a big boost. Even though we've got a lot of issues in the early part of the week, there is going to be some kind of big lift as it relates to your reputation in your professional community or maybe in a personal community. And this is likely something that you might be taking on as an extra role, an extra job, an extra task, if you accept what is put on the table. I definitely think it's worth giving a look over because it could be bringing you some extra points, some extra money, and some extra friends. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Capricorn, let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot traffic. So this week for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Queen of Wands reversed. And the Queen of Wands reversed is typically a not very happy card to get. This can often be a card of hostility, intensity that is going into a destructive place. It can be a card of manipulation, orchestration, as well as even outbursts and acting out. But in this position, the Queen of Wands reversed is actually really good because this week is going to be all about catching, unmaking, and even breaking apart things in your life that have come forth into being because of manipulation, people acting out, people going crazy, too much intensity, things that have their start in it, things that only came to be because of that kind of behavior or those kinds of actions. And this is going to be a week where there's a lot of cleaning up happening for you. So if you've been having to live with the ramifications of things or people who are like that, or you have been still kind of dealing with sort of the aftermath of situations like that, this is going to be a week where, again, the catching and the reversing and the unmaking is getting down to business. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Hangman reversed. And the Hangman reversed is all about something getting switched out, something getting swapped out likely for something better. Now, this could be a plan, a schedule, a position, a role, or maybe something going on with money or a household matter. But with the Hangman reversed, we see something that was once maybe put on hold, set aside for however long, now coming into action. With the Hangman reversed, this could be really, really good news for you, especially if you have been sort of going in circles or kind of chasing your tail, or maybe there are some old paths or old goals or maybe old agendas that you would like to invest in or still play with, but did end up getting put up on a shelf once upon a time. And so just be ready. It's time to get back into action with whatever those things are. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Moon upright. The Moon card is a card that's all about secrets, mysteries, sometimes illusions, and we want to make sure that we are being a little bit more careful when it comes to looking over what we're dealing with here. The Moon card can indicate possibly some kind of tall tale or illusion or lie being cast by somebody that you know. Or if it's not somebody doing that, we might be discovering where a lie, a manipulation, or an illusion has existed in a corner of our social or family spaces. This could also apply to work for some of you. The nature of the fib or the illusion is not shared with the Moon card upright. It could be something harmless, or it could be something that has been moving mountains. So you're going to want to make sure that you don't go in expecting one thing or the other. But whatever this reveal is or this discovery is, it's likely going to change a few dynamics going forward. For your challenge this week, you've got the Ten of Pentacles upright. Biggest challenge here is wrapping up, cashing out, and getting ready for bigger, better things. A lot of the times the Ten of Pentacles can show up where our challenge is knowing when to let things come to an end that are going to take really good care of us now that they're over. This is a powerful week for you. The Ten of Pentacles is all about wealth, abundance, happiness, good fortune, and security. And when it shows up as a challenge, you're going to be finding a lot of things are coming up here to basically give those things to you if you will know when to close up business with things that you no longer should be attached to or committed to. This can be a time where a lot of you could be coming into some really good fortune, but it does force you to change a lot of plans in your life. But with that Ten of Pentacles, well, again, one of the best cards in the deck, it's at least worth considering. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And so the Nine of Pentacles reversed is one of those cards where we may have to have some uncomfortable talks or uncomfortable sit-downs around a situation that is starting to invade or maybe even create a codependent or entrapping kind of experience in love. When reversed, the Nine of Pentacles can sometimes show up as sort of the card of the Klingon, the bad package deal. And so there may be some issues coming up around, say, codependent connections or unhealthy relationship dynamics. This could also show up here where maybe there is something going on where the way we're handling a family member, one of our kids, or taking or a responsibility we should not have for other people could be creating problems, or maybe even the way we've been kind of managing our own relationship responsibilities has not been serving or taking good care of us after all. Luckily, with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, it's definitely going to be a week to fix it and also reverse it as well, but we got to be willing to go through that process. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, don't let anyone start a new relationship with you on those kinds of terms. You know, sometimes this can show up where, you know, you might be finding certain relationship dynamics are starting off on not a great foot. New people might be looking for those kinds of invasive or codependent kind of relationships, or they might be looking for coattails to ride, or looking for a partner who's going to like be everything for them that they should know how to be for themselves. So you don't want to engage or entertain that. It doesn't mean that's the only type of person that's going to show up for you this week, but that might be a type of character or situation that is quite prominent. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Aquarius people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. And just a quick reminder for all of you out there, if you haven't seen them yet, remember your monthly astrology forecasts for August are up, and you can check those out after you're wrapping up business here. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 21st, we have our second full moon in Capricorn of 2024. The last one we had back in June. And this is falling in your 12th house of the past, private matters, hidden opportunities, secrets, shortcuts, as well as old business. Now, over the course of the 2 weeks following the 21st, it could feel like a bit of a roller coaster, not gonna lie, because a full moon in the 12th house is not an easy place to have it. This is, however, a major clearing moon for you, and there could be a lot of old business that still affects you in the present, either unpleasantly or maybe pleasantly, that does need to come up to go. Now, this could be a time where we have sort of the breakdown, breakthrough moments here and there. But it's important to also understand this full moon is highlighting some important graduations and level up opportunities in your life, likely that are going to come to replace a lot of old business that could be overdue to go. On the 21st and the 22nd and 23rd, we've got the Sun in Leo opposite Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, your sign. And there could be some clashes coming up with some kind of clinging, manipulative, invasive influence as it relates to you and affairs relating to maybe a partnership, close friendship, or business alliance. When we have the Sun opposite Pluto retrograde, there could be some things going on where we might be finding that our style or our personal needs or maybe our personal business could be getting compromised in some way. Now, this could be something coming from outside of an important connection. Again, doesn't have to be romantic. It could just as easily be a friendship or a joint venture or business connection. Or this could be something where a partner, a best friend, or a business associate may be unwittingly playing a part in it or holding the door open for it. Either way, I'm going to have to take it on. And on the 25th, we've also got, however, the Sun in Leo sextile to Mars in Gemini. And while there may be some difficulties going on the more personal front early in the week, the back half of the week and the beginning of the week following is all going to be pretty sweet on you in terms of your personal life. The Sun sextile to Mars in Gemini is all about big pushes and boosts, but it's lighting up both areas of your personal life at the same time, and you may be finding it's time to get into a groove where you get to sate some hungers, some desires, maybe even some fantasies and passions that have been on the back burner for a while. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's up with your tarot traffic. So for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the Seven of Swords upright. And the Seven of Swords is a card that warns about things not always being what they seem. This card can show up in situations where underhanded, shady, or even dishonest activity or manipulative activity could be afoot in certain places of our world. And we're going to need to be careful not to get wrapped up in them. You might find that this week is going to be all about not only catching certain things in the act, which you may do, and you have to be ready to see things for how they really are, not making them out to seem okay or better than they are, but also not making them out to be worse than they are either, because sometimes with the Seven of Swords, we can kind of see a gray area, and we need to be able to see a gray area. We might be catching certain bits of news, catching people in the act, or having certain revelations about stories or narratives that need to come out into the light of day. And it's important to, again, be objective, be neutral, and proportionate in how you assess them. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, and practical affairs, you've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. And the Two of Pentacles reversed is a card of downsizing and a card of commitment. Now, for a lot of you, this could actually be a really, really good card, especially when it comes to things getting dropped that have been creating more problems and speaking for more time and money than they are worth. You know, things that we've been juggling that we really shouldn't juggle, balls that we have up in the air that we should really just be dropping. And so this could be going on with your workload, this could be going on with financial obligations, or even a job hunt. But with the Two of Pentacles reversed, we also see commitments happening as well, which is also the other good side of this card. And so a lot of you may be finding certain professional or career roads or even relationships are also getting made more solid while others fall by the wayside. Just keep in mind with the Two of Pentacles reversed, there's also going to be a feeling of a reduction of activity with all of this as well, because effectively downsizing is occurring. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Knight of Pentacles upright, and it looks like a strong, stalwart friend is going to be doing some good stuff by you this week. The Knight of Pentacles is a strong companion through and through, and this is likely going to be a friend or an ally or a family member or even somebody new stepping forward to help maybe make things in your life not only a lot more stable, but also a lot more profitable in some way. This could also indicate some kind of invitation to an endeavor, an adventure, or some kind of new path that this person is also going to be on. And this is likely going to be something that does wonders for both of your guys' social lives and even possibly your financial lives. Not a guarantee on the financial part, but I've seen it happen enough with this card that I want to make sure I don't leave that out. For your challenge this week, you've got the Nine of Cups upright. You don't really have any challenges going on this week. I mean, yeah, that Seven of Swords is kind of weird, but with the Nine of Cups, this is all about wishes coming true, wishes getting granted, things that we've put out there finally coming forth into being. And so if there is a challenge with this card, it usually has more to do with don't just sit around with your wishes being granted and be the same person you were before they did get granted, right? That's a good way to be your own worst enemy. With the Nine of Cups, a lot of things that are showing up for you this week are going to need a space and permission to get down to work, whether it's that Knight of Pentacles, whether it's the Two of Pentacles reversed. And a lot of things are kind of going your way, but you want to make sure you show up for them. Don't put anything off, and with the Nine of Cups, just be ready to celebrate and again, let your appreciation and gratitude for good things happening to you be more than just talk. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Chariot upright. Huge victories on the love front this week because the Chariot is all about overcoming obstacles and even acceleration of plans, acceleration of maybe relationship evolution, and also a chance to emerge victorious over an era or a stage of life our relationship has been in that's been troubling. For a lot of you who are coupled or are married, this is indicating a wish getting granted as well, something that you and a partner have been working really hard to bring together or maybe even to finally bring forth into being. But this could also indicate tremendous movement or the speeding up of something that has been a plan in action, but maybe going too slowly. And for a lot of you, you could be finding a partner is having a huge win outside of the relationship that's also going to be speeding up relationship developments as far as our joint plans and couple goals. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, The Chariot card upright is all about you getting a chance to connect with somebody who might be kind of riding this victory rush, riding this victory high. And this could also indicate the removal of something that has been blocking you from being able to find or maybe even just get close to a relationship partner that maybe you have been looking for or not been looking for. But with this card, again, it's wins for all y'all in love all around. So that's what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Pisces people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 21st, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't seen them yet, your monthly astrology forecasts for August are up. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So, what's going on with your week as far as the astro weather is concerned? Well, on the 21st, we have a full moon in Capricorn. The second full moon in Capricorn of 2024. The last one we had was in June. And this is falling in your 11th house of friendships and your support system and your community at large, especially as it relates more to your personal life. And with a full moon in the 11th house, the 2 weeks following the 21st are going to be full of important chapter changes, transitions, as well as completions as it relates to certain journeys you've been on with friends, compatriots, companions, and so on. This can be a time where a lot of different personal connections go through a big graduation, or possibly there is a road or obstacle between you and the ideal friendship setup getting eliminated. However, this can also be a time where you may end up going through some social pruning, especially when it is revealed where certain friends are not really your friends at all. On the 21st, and the 22nd and 23rd, we've got the Sun in Leo opposite Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And this is the ugly aspect of the week that we're all going to have to deal with. And for you, this is going to be bringing up some issues around manipulation, clinging behavior, invasive behavior, or maybe even some kind of cloying behavior that could be creating some issues around either your personal reputation or possibly controls over something that you can or cannot do with a work goal or a personal goal or personal project. Likely because Pluto is retrograde in your 12th house, this could be something old, or maybe even somebody or something clinging from the past, or an issue that has been pervasive throughout a certain, chunk of your own history. So be ready to face it and throw down and try to make sure it just stays away and not come back this time. On the 25th, we've got the Sun in Leo, sextile to Mars in Gemini. And this is going to be some kind of big boost or even big win coming to you as far as your work goals and aspirations are concerned, or maybe even some kind of household income or household business victory is concerned. This could indicate some kind of shift that is bringing a lot more comfort into your space, or something that is finally enabling you to embark on some kind of household transition or transformation that you would like to complete in order to embark on new journeys with. So that is what I've got for you all. As far as your astrology and the weather, let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Pisces, let's see what's up with your tarot traffic. So for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Hierophant upright. And this week is all about you starting to get some pushes or even some big movements going on where it kind of feels like a lot of powers that be are starting to push your path or push a lot of your goings on down different roads than they've been on. The Hierophant card is all about rules and conventions, yes, but it is also a card of commitments and even ushering, especially when it comes to things getting brought together and moved from place to place to elevate you and all concerned. Now, you may find that this is going to be a week that also comes with a great deal of new commitments, both on the personal front and on the professional front and even on the spiritual front. because with the Hierophant, you are getting ready to be kind of taking on a lot of new roles and a lot of new commitments as it relates to where you fit in the world. But you are going to want to also keep in mind, this card does ask that we be ready to adjust, bone up on our training, our education, our know-how, so we can show up for these moves as well. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Three of Pentacles upright, and it looks like a lot of you are also stepping into a really good stride professionally and financially. The Three of Pentacles is all about prosperity through gain and combined forces. This is a really strong teamwork card, and this is indicating a transformation or some kind of development coming up on the job or in the career space that is putting you around the best people with the best work and the best payoffs. For those of you curious more about just money in general, the Three of Pentacles is also a card of great prosperity and liquidity because of some big improvements or adjustments getting made to old arrangements, old commitments, or old scaffolding around maybe a financial account or something going on with a household or family affair. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Sun upright. This week is going to be just all about you being able to let your hair down. The Sun is all about fun, play. I've often said wholesome simplicity and sweetness coming into a lot of your different social connections to kind of brighten up your world, but also shake off a lot of the ho-hum, get rid of a lot of heavy shadows, and a lot of things that have maybe just been kind of mucking up important connections. With the Sun card, this could also be a very sweet period for a lot of important social ties, connections, or people from your network that are allowing you to get more personal, spend more quality time together, and there could even be some important favors or deeds being done that, well, make the sun shine on you a bit more this week as well. For your challenge this week, you've got the Three of Cups reversed. Isolation and making sure that you don't isolate. The Three of Cups reversed can sometimes show up where either A, there's isolation due to a lack of involvement or engagement with other people, or B, isolation in a more indirect way, spending or giving most of our time to the wrong people. When we have this card show up as a challenge, it may fall on either side depending on what Pisces is listening. But you want to make sure that you are opening yourself up to better company, whatever that better company is. Might be time to see where we might kind of just got into a bad habit of not letting people get more involved and engaged and close to us in our world. Or it's time to see where we might have been giving too much time and energy and space to people that bring nothing but trouble. And if you don't know how to do that, this week will teach you why you need to learn. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Ten of Wands reversed. And the Ten of Wands reversed is all about relief, getting things off your back, dropping burdens, abandoning burdens, letting go of things that have been maybe weighing you or a partner or the relationship down. And this is a card of freedom. A lot of you are going to see this week an opportunity for maybe you, a partner, or the relationship as a whole to unload something that has been taking over your lives, that has basically been running your lives, however long it's been running. Recent, less recent, it doesn't matter. And there could even be not only that good news coming forward, but there may be news of something getting quit or abandoned that is going to help clean up your world as well. You know, so this could indicate something getting quit or you getting let off the hook for something, or maybe a partner is quitting a bad job, or maybe quitting something that they have been enmeshed in that's also been bad for them and then by extension bad for you, but a good quit on the way. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, the Ten of Wands reversed is indicating some of you may meet somebody in transition this week. This could be somebody that is either A, just recently going through all of what we just talked about, or B, has come out of it. This could also indicate the abandoning or the dropping of something that you have had going on that has been standing in the way of you being able to connect with the people that you want to, or meet with the people that you want to. And all kinds of things can do that, right? We might have a bad schedule or just a bad setup for it, and yet things change. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.